Yo, 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 yo. Am I recording? Hold on, am I recording? I think so. Man, I clicked on this button thinking that I might know, and now, uh, stop recording. Okay, I think I'm recording now. Okay, cool. Um, um, what was I gonna say exactly? I was gonna say something. Um, oh yeah, that's right. I am going to make a short little beginner's video for Krita. Because one of my someone on excuse me, someone on Newgrounds called CasualBreather um really wanted to know about the basics. And so I figured I'd make this short little tutorial video. Um this is something I did recently. I'm really proud of it. It's super cool. Um so in order to open up a new project, you go to File and then click on New here. And then you can customize all of the like things like the aspect ratio and the way things are organized, and there's a bunch of other format types, but right now I'm just on this one, which is just creates a basic. Right now I have a little canvas right here. So I'm gonna click create, right? And there's a few things to make note of. There's like brush types right here. So what I mostly use and what's the most common brush type to use is this basic one in the right corner here. And right here, this is where you can control the thickness of the line. So like right now, there's that, and then if I bring it down a bit more to like let's say uh 37, we get that. So, you know, that is something. And if you want to undo that, you can just go to edit and undo, and you can do that like twice to get rid of that. This is your color wheel. Um, you can click on the different colors on the outside here, like green, like green or yellow or whatever color you want. And this is the saturation on this side. This is the white on the left side, and then all the darker colors are here at the top. And right now I'm gonna go back to yellow. If you want, you can like move these tabs kind of up and down to minimize or maximize your viewing space. You can also do that with the edge here if you click on it when the cursor looks like this, and you can just kind of drag it if you want. You can also press this plus tool to add extra layers, and that'll be helpful for like if you want to make something stylized, you can like um you can draw a little like line like this. Like I've got a touch screen, so I'm gonna use my hand like this, right, like that. I just draw little eyes and a smile right here, and then I can go to this lower layer, click, go to drag this over to the brightest saturation of yellow here. Then I can use this scroll bar and scroll down. There's a bunch of different functions right here, but right here, this is the fill tool. And there's a bunch of different modes and things you can set the fill tool at by clicking on the tool section here. And this section affects the different variables that your selected tool is set to. So I've got all my settings right here. You could make a quick note of them if you wish to. Um, but that's all the settings I have on my fill bucket tool. Um, and so if I click back over onto this function, now that I'm on the yellow brightest saturation here, I can click this and boom, now I've got a smiley. And that's like the simplest thing you can do. And of course, if you want, you can get a bit more detailed and add some extra shading. Like if I drag this over here, like now I can make another line like this, and then just go like whoop and kind of drag it across here, and then fill it back up again with the fill bucket tool, like so. And then I can also do the opposite where I'm putting like kind of the shade right, like shading right, like here. And put this like right here, kind of curving along the sides of the image. I mean the circle to kind of give it a bit of extra depth. Um and there's that so far. And then I could just add another kind of bright white line to kind of act as a as like a ray of sun hitting the thing, or maybe it's a maybe I don't know, maybe it's a just something else. Who knows? And then if I want, I can add or a sunbeam. It's a sunbeam. My God, I don't know. It's taking me so long to do that. But if I wanted, right, I could like add another layer, and then you can click and drag layers too. So if you click on this, you can drag it, and you see like there's a little section that pops up there. I can just place it in between these two. And so now I'm gonna draw some basic looking grass. So now all I really need to do is just make a line here, kind of make a hill sort of looking thing, I think. I'm not sure why that didn't draw. There it went. That was weird. I'm not sure why that happened. But I'm gonna undo that and then just do it again, like so. Look, there's the hill, and then we can fill that in. And now, because the rest of our drawing is blank, all I really need to do now is just go to the blue here and fill that in. Boom, now I got some sky. Um, it's not the most in-depth drawing, but it's something, you know? Um, and then if you want, I guess you could just like make some little clouds, like I think this will be a great example of like me lowering the line the the line thickness to, let's say, 14, and then I can zoom in. Right now I'm just using my fingers to zoom in, but I suppose you could also do it with, actually I don't know how to do it on like a pad mouse or a USB mouse, so my apologies, but I'm sure you could also look that up. But yeah, you can like oh shoot, I forgot that I was on the fill tool again. You can go back up to the line, and you see like every to the brush tool on it, not the line, that's the line. But you can go back up to the brush tool, and like every tool has its own different function. So I'm gonna have bring this back down to 17, let's say. Actually, maybe let's just make it 12, 14, 13, 12. Okay, there we go. And now I can just like see that line's a lot thinner. And then I can just make some nice fluffy clouds here. Like a freaking Bob Ross, man. Nah, not really. Maybe. Sort of. Nah, let's make it compromise and just say sort of. Um, but yeah, we've got those there. And because I drew those lines on this part, the background, it's gonna be a little tougher. I might need to undo that. Well, I might undo that, but on second thought, I just might not, and I'll probably just fill them in as they are right now. But the reason why these layers matter is because like they kind of sort of just keep everything in check, right? So this bottom layer with the colors can't necessarily interact like with this layer at the top. I mean, they do, but like the one that's most at the top takes priority, right? So like if I draw in these black spaces, they won't show up on this line, which is why the fill tool has been able to fill in these blank spots, is because these individual sections take priority over each other in like a line format, if that made sense. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra depth to these clouds. I can add like a nice bright blue as an accent color. And oh, I didn't mean to do that. And we'll undo that real quick. And I can just sort of do the same thing I did with the face, where I'm kind of going along with the outline of the. I'm gonna make that a little bit brighter. But I'm going, as you can see, I'm going along with the outline of the the rest of the image in order to achieve the desired effect. So like if I go to where this is and then kind of go along here, I can make this look a lot more like a lot more detailed theoretically. And again, this is all just kind of implying that the sun is coming from this angle. And depending on the angle, of course, would change the way you'd want to draw the lighting and the shadows respectively. Um but for right now, this is what we've got. And so right now I'm going to save this image. And so if you click here and you click save, you can save it to a specific area, right? So like right now I'm going to save it down just to my downloads. And then I'm going to call it cool smile there. And so now if I ever decided to make any changes to it, like let's say also it's best if you're starting a long project just to save your progress early, so that you don't run into any sort of hiccups. Um but yeah, if you continue to save over your project, it'll of course like create multiple saves in that area that you decided to put it in. Um but if you want to save it as something else instead of a usable KRA file that you'd use in this program, you can go to here to save as. And let's say I want to save this as a PNG. I'm going to click on this and change it to PNG. PNG right there. And then I am going to save it to the drawings on my flash drive. So I'm gonna go to here, and we're gonna go to art I've made, and then we're gonna, oh, I didn't mean to click on that twice. And we're gonna go, yeah, okay, art I've made. Okay, and then we're gonna go to animations, audio, drawings. There it is. And then now this is on PNG, and now that I already named my drawing, I can just click save, and this will pop up with a bunch of extra settings that will just clarify how exactly you're saving this, and um where exactly you're saving it down to. I'm gonna click OK because all that information looks good. And then boom, that's everything. I hope that this has helped. Um, I'm really glad that I was able to make some sort of tutorial for this. It's cool. um, Casual Breather. I hope this helped. And oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, I actually almost forgot something. Where to find the program itself. If you go online, I'm done saving that. If you go online, you should be able to just go to the website where if you just look up uh, there's like a download straight for it. Then you can go to create a download. And the program's completely free, and like if you just go to create a download, you can download like the latest version for the computer you have of choice. And it's completely free, so you don't have to worry about like buying it or anything like that. Um, yeah, Krita is a super cool program that I've been using for about I'd say close to 3 years, 2.5 years, but yeah, close to three. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I've been able to get pretty decent. Like I showed that kind of ball drawing earlier. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I appreciate you watching, and I thank you. I hope that I was able to inspire someone out there to draw, and I really hope that this helps Cash Breather, Alien Fella on NG, Mr. Newgrounds. Um, anyway, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video.